Hello everybody, this is Mr. Robin. Welcome back to episode number 2 of the Chicago Cubs franchise here on MLB The Show 22, where today we have opening day baseball. The 2022 season gets underway today in Cincinnati for these two squads. It'll be the Chicago Cubs versus the Cincinnati Reds. If you're excited for a new baseball season, a new baseball series, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. That helps me out with the algorithm, and I'm excited to get this one underway. The Reds will be on the mound first since they are the home team. It'll be Tyler Mahle going on it for the Reds. He's their opening day starter this year. Had 33 starts a season ago, and he struck out a career-high 210 batters. Nick Madrigal will lead off for the Chicago Cubs, coming off of a 305 campaign in 54 games. And the first pitch is a ball, and the 2022 season is underway. Later in the count now, 3-1 pitch. Madrigal gets a fastball, and he hits it to left, and it clears the wall. One batter in, and we have our first home run of the series. Nick Madrigal goes yard down the left field line for a solo shot. And what a way to start your season. Chicago Cubs go up 1-0 quickly thanks to the Madrigal home run. Didn't think this one was going to go, but it just got over that left field wall, just over the sign. Nico Hoerner will step into the box to be the second batter of the day, coming off a 302 campaign in 44 games. Cubs got a lot of young, talented players, but also have some old veterans, so we'll have to see if they can figure it out as Hoerner will fly out to Votto. And we'll take a look at this Cubs lineup. Next, we'll see the first baseman Frank Schwindel, followed by at third base Patrick Wisdom. In right field, making his MLB debut is Seiya Suzuki. Ian Happ in left, Rafael Ortega in center, Wilson Contreras is the catcher, and our first DH is Jonathan VR. Here comes Frank Schwindel, who hit .326 last year in 64 games. He gets a nice fastball on a 2-0 count and bloops it into right, where it will, though, be caught by Tyler Naquin. And that brings up Patrick Wisdom, who played in 106 games, hit 28 home runs, 61 RBIs, and a pretty solid campaign. And he draws a walk to begin this season. So he's on first base for Seiya Suzuki, the man who signed the big 5-year, $85 million contract from Japan in the offseason. He hits a towering ball to left center, but it is caught. And we'll go to the Reds offense now, where Tommy Pham, the former Padre, will step into the batter's box. Marcus Stroman is your opening day starter for the Chicago Cubs, coming over on a 3-year, $71 million contract from the Mets. And he gets Pham to fly out to center. Take a look at this Cincinnati Reds lineup coming off of an 83-79 season. They're looking to improve on that, as we'll see Donovan Solano, their DH, up next, followed by Joey Votto, Mike Moustakas at third base, Tyler Naquin, Jonathan India, Tyler Stevenson, Kyle Farmer, and Nick Senzel will round out their lineup. Here is the former Giant, Donovan Solano, coming off 280 last year, 7 homers, 31 RBIs. Those are career highs. On an 0-2 pitch, he swings and misses on a slider, running away. Marcus Stroman gets his first strikeout as a Chicago Cub. And here comes the 2010 NL MVP, Joey Votto, who had a very good season, not slowing down. And he gets the 1-0 pitch. It's a splitter into center, where it will be a routine fly ball for Ortega. And the Reds go down 1-2-3. We're going to the top of the second. Here's Ian Happ, who's coming off of a 25 homer, 66 RBI season, and he singles down the left field line. It's actually going to roll to the wall, so Happ's going to get some wheels, and he's going to turn it into a lead-off double, so he takes second base. And there's actually an injury on display. Mike Moustakas, who went for the dive and miss, is holding his chest, so Mike Moustakas is going to have to come out of the game, and Brandon Drury is going to take over at third base. That could be a big loss early for the Cincinnati Reds. Here comes Rafael Ortega, hit .291 last year in 103 games. He draws a walk, so that'll put runners now on first and second base for Chicago. Mahle getting into some trouble. And here comes Wilson Contreras to the plate, one of 3 men still on the roster from that 2016 World Series winning lineup. And he hits a splitter good to right center. It is tracked down and caught, though, but it does allow Happ to tag to third. Now runners on the corners, one away for Jonathan VR, the former Met, who came over on a 1-year deal. 2-2 pitch to VR. He gets a fastball, pops it up into right field. I don't know if this one will be deep enough, and they're not going to tag. So that brings us now to 2 away. And Nick Madrigal back at the plate. Fastball hits it into right field. This one is also going to be caught, so the Cubs don't get anything despite having runners on the corners. We'll go to the Reds now, where Brandon Drury's going to step in. This is where Mike Moustakas would have been batting, but he just got hurt. So Drury has to step in, and on 0-1 slider, he dribbles it back to Stroman, who hustles to the ball, and he throws him out at first base. Nice play by our pitcher. Tyler Naquin will step into the batter's box. He hit career highs in homers and RBIs as well just a year ago. 2-0 pitch to Naquin, and he's going to hit this one right over to Madrigal at second base, who fields it cleanly, and the Reds are now 2 away. And that brings up the Rookie of the Year in the National League from a season ago, Jonathan India, who hit .269, 21 homers and 69 RBIs. 1-2 pitch here. He hits it down the third base line, but it is gloved by Wisdom, who throws across the diamond and gets him out. Another 1-2-3 inning against the Reds. We'll go to the Cubs again. Top 3 is Horner, who's going to lead off the inning with a walk, so that'll put him on first base for Frank Schwindel, who gets a high fastball but pops it up into right field. Naquin is over, and he's going to glove that one first out of the inning for the Chicago Cubs. Now Patrick Wisdom, 1-2 pitch. That's a shot down the third base line. It's also going to get past the glove of Drury. And there's going to be aggressive base running, as that is going to be a 1-out double. Runners now on second and third for Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki gets the slider, hits it into center. This one might be deep enough. Horner is going to tag. The throw from Senzel is not on line, and the Cubs take a 2-0 lead. Suzuki with his first career Major League RBI. So that's 2 away. Still not out of the inning yet, as Hap's going to draw a full count walk. So now once again, runners on the corners. Rafael Ortega up next. Gets a nice high fastball. Hits it to right field, but not deep enough. But the Cubs do push another one home in the top of the third. We'll go bottom 3 here. Tyler Stevenson, the catcher for Cincinnati, will step into the batter's box. 3-1 pitch to Stevenson. He draws a walk. They don't give Stroman the call. So that's going to be the first base runner for Cincinnati. Kyle Farmer up next, 2-1 count, hits it into left field. That's going to be caught by Hap, and that's the first out of the inning. Reds still looking for their first hit of the ball game as they get down to the 9th spot. It's Nick Senzel. 1-2 pitch from Senzel is a grounder over to Madrigal at second. He's going to go to the shortstop, and they only get 1. So they get the lead runner. Runner still on the first now 2 away. Tommy Pham at the plate, and he rips a slider. That's going to be into the left center gap. The first hit of the day for the Cincinnati Reds comes by Tommy Pham, and there's some wheels from Senzel. He's going to come all the way around and score, and the Reds get their first run of the ball game. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Cubs. Donovan Solano's up next. He hits this one down the third base line. That one is fair. That's going to bring home Pham. Solano, though, is going to try to be greedy and take 2, but the Cubs are ready for it. But the Reds do tie it up. They're now at 2 apiece after 3 innings. We'll go top 4 now with the Cubs. Here is Contreras leading off. He gets the first pitch. He likes it, but he can't do anything with it as he just pops it up behind the pitcher's mound. Now Jonathan VR steps to the plate. 1-1 pitch. He hits this one deeper now into center field, but the same result is going to be gloved out there by Nick Senzel. That's 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Back to the top of the lineup, Nick Madrigal steps in, 1-1 count, 1 for 2 on the day, and he perfectly rips a fastball into left center gap. That one's going to get up against the wall. Madrigal with his second base hit of the day. He has himself a 2-out double, and that brings up Nico Horner. 1-0 pitch to Horner, splitter. He's late on it, but it's going to bloop into right field for a base hit. Madrigal's going to come around and score, and just like that, even though Horner is thrown out at second, the Cubs regain the lead. They take it 3-2 now. I'm going to go a little deeper into this one now, into the 6th inning, where Art Warren will come out of the pen for the Reds. Made 26 appearances last year with a 1.29 ERA. Very good season in relief. He starts off the 6th inning against Wilson Contreras, who is 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch from Warren. It's going to be a fastball, and Contreras rips it right over to short, where Kyle Farmer will put Contreras away. Now Jonathan VR, 2-2 pitch. Can't catch up to the 98 heater. He strikes out. Nice pitch from Art Warren. Takes us to the top of the lineup. Nick Madrigal now up next. 1-0 pitch, and he continues his solid hitting day as he hits this one into left field for a single. That's now 3 for 4 for Madrigal. Nico Horner, the shortstop, up next. 3-1 pitch to Horner, and he draws a walk. So Warren getting himself into some 2-out trouble here for Frank Schwindel stepping in. 1-2 pitch to Schwindel. It perfectly times it into center. That's going to get down, and Madrigal's going to ground a third and head home. The Cubs push another one across. Now expand their lead 4-2. And Patrick Wisdom draws a full count walk. So now bases loaded for for Seiya Suzuki. This would be a great time to show why he signed the 5-year deal, but he can't connect on a slider down. Cubs leave him stranded, but extend their lead. Next inning, 7th inning, Hunter Strickland comes in for the Reds, who appeared in 57 games last year with a 2.61 ERA, 1.16 whip. He starts the 7th against Ian Happ, who hits a slider deep to right field, and the Cubs had their second home run of the day, a solo shot into the bullpen. Ian Happ goes 368 to right, and the Cubs push their lead even further. It's now a 3-run lead for the Northsiders, 5-2 in favor of the Cubs. We're going now into the bottom of the 7th inning. Cody Hyatt comes in relief, so Stroman's day is done. He had a pretty good opening day start in line for the win. First batter, Hyatt sees, pops it up into right field. That'll be gloved for the first out of the 7th. Next up, Kyle Farmer, 0-1 pitch, dribbles it over to third base, charging from Wisdom, and he guns him at first. That's quickly 2 outs for the Reds. And Nick Senzel at the plate, can't connect on the slider. 1-2-3 inning, nice relief from Hyatt. And we'll go into the top of the 8th inning where Ryan Hendricks will now come in relief for the Cincinnati Reds, coming off a 36 appearance 2021 campaign. Only a 5.97 ERA, so not very good. And he has to start off the 8th against the 3-for-4 man, Nick Madrigal, who is just a triple away from the cycle. Now, he's not going to get the triple here. In fact, he's not even going to get a hit as that one's caught in right center. And then Nico Horner looks at a fastball low. That is strike 3, so a quick 2 down for Hendricks. And then Frank Schwindel will draw a full count walk, so Cubs will put a runner on base for Patrick Wisdom, who is 2-for-2 on the day, but he can't connect on the high heat. And Hendricks gets out of the inning unscathed. We'll go bottom 8 now. Chris Martin comes out looking to set up for the 9th inning. 46 appearances last year, 3.95 ERA for the former Atlanta Brave. 1-1 pitch to Pham to start the bottom of the 8th, though, but Pham will take it into center field. So Tommy Pham's put together a very nice opening day. We'll take us to the 2-hitter Donovan Solano up next. Full count. He can't locate the zone, and Martin will walk him, so that'll put runners on first and second for Joey Votto. 1-2 pitch to Votto. It's a fastball low, but Votto golfs it. This one's going deep right center, and it clears the wall. The Reds have tied the ball game. It's the 2010 National League MVP Joey Votto with a 386 shot to right center. And just like that, the lead that the Cubs have built up has evaporated with one swing of the bat. Joey Votto comes through clutch like he's done numerous times. It's now tied at 5 apiece. Martin, though's not done. 2 outs in the inning. He walks Jonathan India, puts him on first base for Tyler Stevenson, the catcher, who hits it up into center field. So now 2 on, and India's going to go to third base, and David Ross will come out of the dugouts. He'll make a pitching change as Martin did not have a good day. And in comes David Robertson, the former Tampa Bay Ray, who had 12 appearances last year with a 450 earned run average. He's tasked with stranding these runners. He's got to do it against the shortstop, Kyle Farmer. 1-0 pitch to Farmer. He hits it into center field, but it looks like Happ is going to get there. Excuse me, that's Rafael Ortega, and he does. But now we go into the top of the 9th inning. Justin Wilson comes out of the pen. It's a tie ball game, so now the Cubs looking to recapture that lead. 42 appearances last year for Justin Wilson, a 5.29 ERA, not very good. Seiya Suzuki will step in. He's 0-for-3 on the day, including a strikeout. First pitch from Suzuki. He gets a fastball he likes. He hits it to right field, but it's going to be caught. So Suzuki still looking for his first major league hit. Ian Happ's up next. Full count. Fastball tries to turn on it into left center, but that one's also going to be caught. That's 2 down now for the Cubs. That brings up Rafael Ortega. 1-2, and he can't connect on a slider running away. Nice inning of work from Wilson. And we go into the 9th inning. Robertson will stay on the bump here with 1 away. He gets to Tommy Pham, and Pham does what he's done all day long, and that's get base hits. 2-out gapper or 1-out gapper for Pham puts him on second, and he's the winning run, keep in mind. Next batter up, Donovan Solano, 1-0-1, dribbles it in front of the catcher, charging from Robertson. He throws him out, but now the winning run is just a base hit away with 2 outs, and it's Joey Votto, the man who just tied it up in the last inning. And the Cubs, they don't want anything to do with Votto. David Ross is going to intentionally walk him, so that'll put runners on the corners. And it's the man who wasn't even supposed to start today, Brandon Drury. Our city's Aquino will also pinch run for Votto, so Votto's day is done. And Drury will step into the batter's box. 0-for-4 on the day. He did line out last inning. as he has a big opportunity here. First pitch to Drury. He hits low, but he hits it right to first base where Schwindel gloves it. And we're going to have free baseball here on opening day. Andrew Knapp will take over at first base. Extra inning runner is in effect. So with 1 out, VR has the runner on second base, and he can't do anything with it. Pops it up into left field. Now the Cubs have 2 away, and they need a base hit to advance the runner. Madrigal's up next, who's been 3 for 5 on the day, and the Reds, they don't want anything to do with him, so they'll intentionally walk him, so they have a force at the bases. Horner up next, first pitch swinging, he grounds out, so now we go bottom 10 now, where Robertson on the bump gets through the bottom of the 10th. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go 11 now, where Luis Cessa will come in for Cincinnati, who made 53 appearances last year as a reliable hand with a 2.51 ERA. He starts off the 11th with Frank Schwindel, who grounds it over to third. He's thrown out with ease. That's a quick 1 out. Patrick Wisdom up next. 1-2, can't connect on the slider. He swings and misses, but Luis Cessa has some stiffness, it looks like, in his back. So Cessa will not be able to finish the inning. Lucas Sims will come out, who had a 4.40 ERA last year, and he'll be tasked with getting the final out of the 11th. He'll have to do it against Seiya Suzuki. 2-2 pitch to Suzuki, and his 0 for day continues. Cannot get the run through. It's still tied up at 5. We go bottom 11, where the lefty Drew Smiley will come in out of the pen, who made 29 appearances last year. 23 of those were starts. And he's going to be tasked with going a few innings here in extras. First batter he faces is Kyle Farmer. He rips a curveball up the middle for a base hit into center. The runner's going to round third. He's going to head home. Throw is not in time, and the Reds walk it off on the first batter of the 11th. Final score 6-5 thanks to the base hit by Kyle Farmer. And the Reds come back and beat the Cubs. Cubs up 5-2 at one point. Cannot come away victorious. Turns on the curveball. Very exciting opening day if you're a Reds fan. Very big heartbreak if you're a Chicago Cubs fan. As player of the game will go to Joey Votto. Win goes to Sims. Loss goes to Robertson. Not really sure why he gets the loss considering Smiley came in. I guess because of the extra inning runner. But nonetheless, Robertson pitched great. Doesn't deserve the loss. Now we go into the second game of the series, and this is what's going to be new with the series. I actually turned on critical situations, and we have one here in one of the sim games. Schwindel steps up to the plate in the 9th. We're down by a run with 2 outs, but we have a runner on third base. Can Schwindel come up clutch? Lucas Sims is on the mound. First pitch to Schwindel, rips it to short, and it's gloved, and just like that, this game is over too. Reds win this one 6-5. That was a very quick critical situation, as despite a 4-run night, the Cubs were not able to come away victorious in this one as they drop the first 2 games of the season. But the third game, there was no critical situation, just a straight up sim, and the Cubs did win this one 10-4 despite both teams scoring 2 in the 9th, as we have home runs from Madrigal, Schwindel, and Suzuki got his first Major League home run. I also said in the first game of the Cardinals series, our home opening series, as we lose 5-3, so we start off the season at a 1-3, not a very good record. And the reason why I did sim that Cardinals game is because now we have AAA opening day. So next episode, we're going to get our very first look at our AAA affiliates, the Iowa Cubs. We'll do this periodically throughout the season where we take a look at the prospects and go even deeper into this franchise. But I hope you guys enjoyed opening day. Sorry we couldn't pick up the victory, but it was a very exciting game. If you did enjoy this episode and you want more, make sure you drop that subscribe and like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.